Dude, do you like exploration games? Yeah? Do you like solving puzzles? Of course. Do you like games that leave you wanting more? Who doesn't? Do you like episodic games? Wait, like the type of game that doesn't end and to continue the story you have to pay for the next episode? No? Oh. I guess that just means we have to take a look at the gallery called the Starseed in Video Game Report Card.
Video Game Report Card.
The gallery, called the Starseed. This 2013 Kickstarter darling is one of the best VR experiences I've had. I'm not going to say it's number one in my book, but it is way up there. In this Myst-like game, you play through a storyline that's reminiscent of 1980s adventure films with some sci-fi sprinkled in there. The way it seems they get the point across that it's a 1980s adventure film is there are cassette tapes everywhere. You use cassette tapes to choose the chapters that you want to play, and cassette tapes also drive the plot forward. There's a lot of cassette tapes. Also, the plot gets better as you go along. Way better. But wait, using any word with the word long in it, like along, isn't a good description when talking about the Gallery of Starseed since you're only getting a 2-hour experience out of it. The game starts off teaching you how to. This is the first chapter. How to move around the world and how to pick up objects. Picking up objects just like any other VR title out there. But the how to move around the world, the locomotion system, is slightly different than you're used to in VR games, but for some reason I find it way better. In most VR titles, you use what I like to call the fishing line approach, where you actually cast a line out of your controller and then you appear at the end of that line. With the blink system, as they call it, you look to where you want to go and you appear where you're looking. For some reason, in my mind at least, this creates just a slight bit more immersion. And in VR, that's all we're looking for, is immersion. Immersion is super important. So to even give us a little bit more immersion means a lot. The inventory system is also really cool. The inventory system is a backpack. That's right. In order to use it and to get your inventory system out, you reach behind your back and pull out your backpack. It floats in front of you and you can see all of the items you've collected. To select an item, you simply point at it, click on it, and you pull it out of your backpack. To put an item into the backpack, you put it into the backpack and release it. The cool part about the inventory system, though, is that if there's an item you can pick up that's not important to the game, it simply falls through the backpack. To me, this is cool because you're not worrying about putting things in your inventory that aren't important, and it doesn't leave you questioning, what am I going to do with this later? So I really like that about the inventory system. Puzzles. Puzzles really aren't the strong suit of this game. Sure, some are harder than others, but as long as you listen to what's being said to you, or you just listen to the cassette tape that's near or in that puzzle, they're kind of easy to figure out. They're more like busy work than actual puzzles, nothing really mind-bending. Personally, I kind of wish the puzzles were a little bit more difficult. Another thing I like about this game is the way it looks. It looks fantastic. Most VR titles seem to lean on the side of cartoonish. In my mind, that's just to make it easier on the video card, but that's not what I want. I want realism, because in my mind, realism equals immersion. And like I said before, that's what we want in VR. We want immersion. We want to be there. And this game does that. Not the water physics, but the rest of the game looks great. In fact, as the episode progresses, the graphics and atmosphere seem to get better and better. As the episode progresses, the plot gets better and better. But then after those 2 hours, you hit a wall and the game stops. And that's where the wheels come off. The fact that it's episodic. Episodic isn't a bad thing. This game did a great job with the way episodes work. At the very end of it, it left me wanting more, and that's just what episodes should be. But the problem is the pricing. If you bought this when it was kickstarted back in 2013, this conversation isn't for you. You have all the episodes in your back pocket, and thank you for kickstarting this game because it is phenomenal. But for people who are in the boat that I'm in, you're going to have to pay per episode. And right now the developers are saying it's going to be about $20 to $30 per episode, and there's 5 episodes, which means $100 to $150 to get the full experience. That's a lot of money to pay, and that's really my only problem with the game. However, this price per episode is a double-edged sword. If you don't pay for the episodes, they can't make any more episodes. So I'm going to recommend you pick up this title hands down. It is a great game. The gallery called the Starseed, I'm going to give this an 8.5 out of 10. The price I paid was $7. The Steam price is currently $19.99. The price I'd recommend you pay is about $13 for this title. In conclusion, this is actually a great VR title, and it's actually a virtual reality game and not just a tech demo like everything else out there. It does start off as a slow burn, but by the end of the title, you're definitely wanting more. If I'm going to be honest, I'm probably going to pay full price for episode 2 just because of the way episode 1 ended. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. If you liked the video, click the like button. And if you have any games you want me to review before you buy them, please leave them in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching. Cha!
Video game report card.